Thank you all for being here in the 3rd Council District, which is the place where opportunity lives. We're here today for today's groundbreaking and street renaming dedication here at the Townhomes on Walt's Way. This Townhome at Walt Way project is the continuation of our investment in the northeast area of the city of Wilmington along the Vandiver Avenue corridor, and our investment within the 3rd Council District to promote housing and home ownership opportunities for Wilmington residents and new residents of our great city. What you have here today at the Townhomes at Walt's Way is a construction project of 4 new townhomes of 3 and 4 bedroom townhomes. It is a part of our $40 million investment in the 3rd District around housing opportunities that we've created with the townhomes at Walt's Way, with the lofts at Clifford Brown Walk, with Walnut Place Townhomes, with rehabbing homes here in the 500 block of Vandiver Avenue, and many of the other projects that we've done to improve the life and quality of life for residents here in the 3rd Council District. I want to take this time to recognize and thank the leadership of the city and the Wilmington Housing Partnership. I want to thank Steve Martin, the leadership of the Wilmington Housing Partnership, and also the director of the city's Real Estate and Housing Department, Naila Gilliam. Because of them, we're here. Because of them and their engagement with Samantha around this property about 2 years ago now, we were able to acquire this property and be able to come today for this dedication here on Vandiver Avenue. And so with that, I want to introduce one of those individuals that continue to work with me, to partner with me, to create these housing opportunities in the 3rd Council District, and I could not do it without him. As you look to your left, you'll see another successful Wilmington Housing Partnership project, which is Xanthia's Way, and we're continuing that work along the corridor. So Steve Martin, if you would come at this time, the Executive Director of the Wilmington Housing Partnership.
Thank you, Councilman Brown. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to our public officials. Thank you for attending. This project gives me mixed emotions. When I first moved to Wilmington, Walt's was a place where I always frequent. The best chicken in Wilmington. Amen. When we had the opportunity to buy it, I felt the best use was to put some home ownership opportunities in this area, to continue with the revitalization efforts that we have already taken on. Partnering with Habitat for Humanity, the Job Corps, just trying to change the face of this Vandiver Avenue corridor. And if anyone is local to this area, they can see how this area has changed in the last 5 years. And with the leadership of Councilman Brown, we've been working really diligently in trying to achieve that. Also, I want to thank various city departments that have been integral in this initiative. First, I want to thank Naila Gilliam and Department of Real Estate and Housing, Jeff Starkey, who's here on my left, who's helped navigate us through some of the treacherous waters to get our approvals. Also, City Council, the mayor and his administration as well. It's just been truly a great partnership, and we look forward to building 4 new homes that will feature 3 to 4 bedroom units, 2.5 baths, functional basements, and detached garages. The price point for these houses will be between $140 and $160, depending on any additional specs that you would like to add to the home. Again, this is just an ongoing process for us. We're looking forward to doing some more development in this area and reaching down to Governor Prince Avenue. But I want to thank everyone for being here and supporting this initiative. And again, thanks to my staff, Natalie, Shane, and Bianca for their hard work and all the things that we do. Thank you so much and have a good summer.
We've been successful, now that the mic is on, working with the Department of Real Estate and Housing and the Wilmington Housing Partnership to do this work in the northeast area of the city of Wilmington. But I could not do it as a council person without the support of my council colleagues who are here today. And so I want to thank Councilman Justin Wright for being here and Councilwoman Hanifa Shabazz for being here, and us all working together under the leadership of our City Council President, who leads us, who guides us, who steers us in the right direction and has been very supportive to me as we've done these projects to create housing opportunities here. So I want to introduce and ask our president to come and speak on behalf of Council President Theo Gregory.
On behalf of the Wilmington City Council, we want to thank all of you for coming. As was indicated, this was a site that we all came to over the years. I see so many employees and relatives of Mr. Shepherd. It's just good to be here. I think that I was sitting here, if Mr. Shepherd smiling down on us, I think that he would say that this is an appropriate use for this land that carries on a legacy and it'd be named after him. So I'm just so thankful that everyone is here. Let me just do this if I can, because I think everyone needs to know. We have this thing called a land bank, the land bank. I want to encourage everyone in the community to become familiar with the land bank, because the land bank concept is going to drive development in the city going forth. The land bank. I want you really to educate yourselves as a community on what the land bank is going to do. I'm open for questions. I'm open to provide you with materials, but let's just use this also as a learning experience, and thank you very much.
So as indicated, this project could not be done without the support of those that Mr. Shepherd has entrusted with his estate. And so with Samantha, we have been able to obtain this property to do this townhome project. But let me also take personal privilege of this time and say that there is no chicken like Walt's chicken.
Amen.
Often imitated but never duplicated.
That's right.
And so we do celebrate that legacy and that commitment to our community. And so I want to ask Ms. Samantha to come, and then I want to ask Mr. Larry to come, because they have been integral in continuing to keep the legacy of Mr. Shepherd and the Walt's franchise alive here in the city of Wilmington.
Thank you so much, Darius. Good morning, and thank you all for coming today. Today is, it's really a bittersweet moment for me. 5 years ago, on this day, I lost my best friend.
Wow.
I lost we lost a great human being 5 years ago today. He passed away, and it is, you know, it is very hard when you have someone that was not only your best friend, your husband, your mentor, and that was so impactful in your life. But I'm happy today that we are here and we can continue his legacy and we can celebrate all that he meant to this area. You know, Vanderbilt Avenue and this entire area meant so much to him. And he was dedicated to it. He was dedicated to the projects. He was dedicated to the people of this area. I could stand here for a few months probably and tell you just the number of people that came and spoke to him and got wisdom and advice and just a great encouragement. They tell me today that the qualities of Mr. Shepherd, those qualities of integrity, dedication, loyalty, friendship, investment, entrepreneurship, those qualities that he lived out every single day, they say that those qualities don't exist in our youth today. I challenge you that it's our responsibility to make sure that they continue to live in our youth. How does that happen? That happens one person at a time. The same way that Mr. Shepherd did it. Talking to people, investing in our youth. One person at a time. Sharing you with people. Being vulnerable, being transparent, being open. Sharing your experiences, not being embarrassed by them, but being real, because that's what our youth need today. Amen. I want to share a story with you, and maybe you can take this story and there's someone that you run into that this would be an encouragement to. Maybe there's a young person that you're talking to right now and they've shared a vision or something with you, or maybe there's somebody that's currently, starting out in business and they've gotten a little discouraged. I want to share a story with you that not too many people know about Mr. Shepherd. When we moved down here on this corner in 1978, everything, if you understand this phrase, everything for Walt came from the hip. That meant that there was a struggle to keep the business going. There was no big bank account. There was no rich uncle. Everything came from the hip. And so for 2 weeks, Mr. Shepherd slept outside the front of the building because there wasn't enough money to put a door and a window and a front on the building. 2 weeks, 24 hours a day. Go into the restaurant, work during the day, make some money, and then sleep in a chair outside the restaurant for 2 weeks until there was enough money made to finish that part of the project. That is dedication, that's perseverance, and that's becoming an entrepreneur. So if you have someone that is discouraged, share that story. Darius said to me that we're losing history because stories aren't being shared. Older people aren't telling about the struggles and how they got to where they are. And it is important that we do that. Amen. I too would like to thank President Gregory for being here, Councilwoman Shabazz, Councilman Wright, especially to Councilman Darius and Steve, who worked tirelessly on bringing this project to fruition. And a special thank you to Jeff Starkey, who was a friend to Mr. Shepherd, a mentor, and you can see the results in his life. Thank you again, and God bless you.
Good morning. Okay. Actually, I didn't know I was supposed to speak. So, basically, I want to thank everyone for attending. Right. Going back with me and Mr. Shepherd. Mr. Shepherd was a mentor, a friend, and a father to me. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. And this spot here, going back to 20 years ago, I remember the first day I entered here with him. He said, "What you doing here, young man?" He wondered what I was coming for because I had left numerous opportunities to be with him. But I saw that that his business was a thriving business that needed to be continued.
Amen.
Okay. He took me on. He took me to his side, showed me some things, inspired me as a young man to continue on, to continue his legacy. Yeah. Today, you'll be happy to know that we are continuing, and that we will continue forever, and that Walt's Chicken will never, ever go away, and not only through the chicken, but through also like the building of this development here, this housing here, the naming of the streets, and so on. We will all, he's gone, but he'll never be forgotten. Okay. Thank you.
This concludes this part of this morning's press conference. We're going to prepare for our groundbreaking and street unveiling, but I do want to recognize and thank the families of both Mr. Harry Shepherd that are here. If you would just wave your hand, in the Waltz family. And then also the family of Walt Samuels that are here. So this is a great legacy and a story, again, that for me, I want to have continually told to generations to come even as we transition from Walt's as we once knew it to creating these home ownership opportunities. And one of the things that continue to stick with me is Miss Samantha talking about how Mr. Shepherd cared so much about home ownership, and that was one of the reasons why she supported this project. And so we're always going to be indebted to you for that.